What's going on, guys? Z-Freezone here, and today we're going to have a look at one of these entrances on this guy. This can pretty much be done for both the entrances, but we're going to focus on this one here because the hill climb is a little bit higher than the other side. The other side's only got this little hill, so this one should be able to show you guys a little bit more on how I fix up these hills so you don't have to keep climbing up these guys. We're going to make it a lot easier to come in and out. So that's the plan anyway, so let's see how we go. Now we're going to have to delete a couple down here. So we'll get rid of, this will get rid of the big gateways as well, because if you didn't know, the gateways are actually sitting on these guys down here. Just those, one in the middle. The whole gateway sits on that. You can actually delete the two side ones and the gateway will still sit there. Don't know why that is, but it is what it is. So let's go right here. So the first thing is first, what we need to do is take this stacking outside. So that's going to be the first thing. So we'll come up here and we're going to start the stacking there. So we'll get the fence foundation and we'll just come to the side here. Just like so. Beautiful. And then we'll delete this middle bit and do that again. And we'll just keep doing that until we got exactly what we want. But this stacking does need to be copied outside is the main thing I'm going on about here. Alright, so once all that clears, we can know where we're going to put the next stack in. So grab this guy and we're going to come to the side here. Right there. And we're going to go there. So then from that, let's run this guy out. You're pretty much just going to rinse and repeat this to get all this done. But that is all we really need to do. So come here, there. There we go. We don't have to do this too many times. I think it's 3 or 4 times. And we'll jump up here, see where we are. Once all that stuff goes, we can see what we're doing. So we'll come here, we can come across like that. And then again, foundation right through. So it looks like we've got a bit of an issue here. Let's get rid of this guy. So it won't go in front of me. We can try and delete or just change pieces. Sometimes that works, but in this case it is not going to work. So what we're going to have to do is come up to this guy right at the end here. Snap there. And then try and get another snap in here right there. Then we come out here and then we'll go down. So we've got that little bit and we take that out. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem as we go through that, but that's why I'm showing you this end, because it can have a few issues like that. But we'll get around them, we'll see how we go as we're going. So we just need to bring out one more now. So delete these guys. That one, and delete that guy. Alright, so we just need the one more, which is going to be this stacking just here. I'm going to come out with that guy just there, get the foundation, and we're going to walk through. You can see that one works fine, no problems. And we're going to do the stacking here. Now, really, all you really need to do was from here to here, and then you can copy it all out here. But I like to keep going and just put them all down here because we're doing it anyway, so it's absolutely fine there. And you can fit one in here. I'll put one down, as long as you can see it, I'll put one down so we can see that, we'll put it down. Alright, so good, so that's that. So now we're going to cancel all that. And that might change outside too. We're not keeping that exactly like that because we might go up or down. Depends how it finishes off when we're done here. So let's get rid of all this. All these extra bits. Everything I delete here, you can do in sandstone, no problem. Save yourself a bit of those materials. Alright, so now we got stacking out the front here. We want to see where we're going to start from, and it's going to be this guy here. So we're going to come out with this one. Then we're going to go foundation after this guy. And this will show us where we're at. So we're at this one just here. So we are going to start from this guy just here. So now we'll delete all this. Delete it all. There we go. And I'm actually going to do this in sandstone. So let's see what sandstone I got, because give you guys a better idea of what's actually happening, how you should do it as well. So let's get our sandstone out. And let's get a ball and get that guy there. So let's put our foundation down, our ceiling down, and our wall down too, and then the fence foundations are there. But yeah, you pretty much want to do this all in sandstone until you've got it ready. So that's what we're going to be working on here. So foundation, from that one we just marked, we're going to come down here. And then we're going to do a fence foundation just in there. And that one's done. So now we're going to delete this. And we're going to put a fence foundation there to mark the next stage. Then we're going to go foundation and we're going to run that in. Right here you'll see there is a bit of a problem, it won't let you do it. That's why I pulled out the ceiling piece, because that will let you do it and then do a foundation. And that works right there, so fence foundation just there. Now we're going to delete these guys. Obviously you don't have to do it like this, you can just do it with normal foundations, but you just won't get the stacking effect through the doorway. But this is a really good way of getting the stacking effect through small doorways. The new map, there's a lot of good spots which you can actually use this method to get into those little caves and stack those little entrances. So you can definitely do it this way. And then we're going to come back once more. Delete this guy, foundation, all the way through, fence foundation there, and delete. Nice and simple. And then we're going to go to the next one here, delete this guy, and run this guy through. And delete. So yeah, it's pretty much the same process over and over again. I do leave this one here and then mark this guy and then delete this one, just so I exactly know where I'm at. So I don't have to worry about going back and forth. This one's not fitting in there. So this one could be a little bit difficult here, as you can see. So what we're going to do is put a ceiling. Now you realize you can't put a fence foundation on the back of a ceiling. But if we put a foundation on top of there, we should be able to put one on here, well, hopefully. Let's jump up and do it from top down so we can see what we're doing. Maybe we can try deleting that. And then deleting that ceiling piece. And just try that as well, see if that works. Still can't get a foundation down there. And this one isn't seemed to be working either. So a bit of a pain spot there. Let's see if we can do something about that. So what we could probably do is lift this up a bit. So let's try that. We could even go down. No, we'll go up. So to go up, it's a wall piece there. Then after the wall piece, it's a foundation. And as you can see, we've lifted that up and the foundation is in there. Now we're going to put the fence foundation down a bit. So what we did there, just go back over that because it's a bit confusing. From here we had a wall, and then from the wall we went up on the wall, and then over here we had a fence foundation, we went back down. So now we're going to get rid of that. Try and put another foundation there. Be good if it does work. Let's see. So we're still up a smidget. still up just a little bit there. Now we're going to delete this guy and put it back in, but we're not going to go up, we're going to come down. And would you look at that, we've got exactly the same as we had before. So let's wait till this rubble disappears. But we're not lifted up at all, we're exactly the same. So we're all good there. It's a bit of mucking around, but you can do it. As you can see there, like it was, yeah, not too bad at all, really. I'll get rid of that guy, foundation. But if you use those methods of going up and down, you can pretty much get anything done. Just keep that in mind. Now I stuffed up there, I deleted that fence foundation that I needed to mark it. So we're just going to guess this one, and it looks like I need to go 2 more this way. So let's try that. That's why I try not to delete that piece until I'm done. There we go, right on the money. So fence foundation, and it looks like this one is complaining as well. Doesn't want to go in there. So let's do a wall. Let's come up. I'm going to have to come up on this guy. Delete this one. Foundation. So there's 2 snapping points now put on the wall. I'm going to go up. Fence foundation. I'm going to go down. Delete this guy. Foundation. Level with the fence foundation we just put down. Wait till the rubble goes so you guys can see that. There it is there. So it's level with that one. Now we're going to try and delete this. Now we're going to try and go in. I doubt it will work. Yes, it's not accepting it there. So it looks like we're going to be lifting up a little bit here. So let's go back to this guy here. Fence foundation there. And then delete this guy here. And you can see there's a step up, but I'm not jumping or anything like that. So that is a good step up. As long as you don't have to jump, it's not going to be worried when you come running in and out. But that's what I was saying before, that these levels out here might change because of that right there. This one is a really technical video, so I hope you guys are following. But if you guys want more instructions on how to do it like this, just let me know and I'll get them to you. But right here, we're going to have to come up. So a wall there. Get rid of that foundation. Instead of sticking there, we're going to come up onto the wall. Fence foundation right here. We're going to drop it. And we're going to delete this. And now that's the same size as the one I'm standing on. This all depends on when you first place that very first block to start the whole line from one side to the other. If you have a look at the first video of this series, you'll see that. It really depends on how high that one is. If you're copying what I'm doing or you're going lower or higher, it all depends on that one. So what we're going to do here is going to come back one more, delete this guy, and then we're going to put a foundation. We're going to go with the wall just here. You might be able to see better what I'm doing out here. And then we're going to go up, and then we're going to come back down. So that is that guy right there. And then from there, we're going to run the foundation up to here. And put another fence foundation just in here. If it lets me, which doesn't look like it wants to let me, which is a bit annoying. But let's see what we can do with that. So let's yeah. Maybe we can get rid of this one we dropped. Put a normal foundation up to here and then drop it on that foundation. That might work too. It's all about just trying different things. She doesn't seem very happy with that either. So we can step up again. So now we've got like 2 different step ups. which is perfectly fine, and it's working absolutely fine too. So now we can get to delete this, and we're pretty much up to the last one here. So get rid of that, run a foundation down. Now we're gonna step up here, put a foundation, and I think we're just gonna use this level here. We could go down a level, but there's no point. We're gonna keep it like that. So then you got a little bit of a step up, but that's absolutely fine. Now we're gonna delete these guys. There we go there. So now we got our little step ups here, and now we need to make it so we can get up here easy enough. So how we're going to do that, let's have a look here. So let's go with one just here, and that's going to mark this spot just here. So foundation there, a wall. I'm going to have to come back a bit and do it over here. A wall, and then a foundation on that wall which goes up. And that should be level with that. So what we're going to do here is delete all this and bring that foundation over. See, it's level. And now we're going to start coming back down. Let's just mark that so we know where we're at. Now we need to do that one there. Right, so now you can see we are coming back down, but really that should be enough. So you come in here, you go up, and then you go back down. So that little glitch spot that wouldn't let you put the foundation, we have worked around that by just going up and down on the inside and outside. As you can see, it's absolutely perfect there. We can delete this guy and make that even. So there we go, we can make this side good as well. Delete this one and make that even with that stack in there. So your two back stacks are going to be a little bit bigger, and then these ones are going to be fine, but you can still run straight through that. And just to prove that, let's grab this guy here. And we're gonna, before we do that, I gotta do this guy here. Let's change these back over because now we're gonna start doing the tier 3. That is pretty much good there. And let's grab a doorway in our inventory and drag that there. Alright, so let's upgrade all these fence foundations first. Because all these can be tier 3 now. And just go along here and it should just upgrade it fine. Just like so. Alright, nice. And we'll do this one as well. Alright, so that's all upgraded. Go down the sides here as well, because you need that. And now the doorway. Let's shove some doorways in here. Just in there. Alright, so that will give you an idea of what's going on here. And we have to duck just here. But that is not bad at all. That is just this guy here. So it's just a quick duck and you're through. So pretty good, pretty easy access, and it is all stacked out as well. Now really you could have come up to this height and pretty much gone from this side all the way down. But that's the way I like to do it. And then you've got the nice curvature right there. So it looks like this guy here. We could try and fix that too. Just pops down just that little bit too much. So let's get rid of these doorways. But yeah, I'm mainly just trying to show you guys what you can actually achieve with this. So I think it's this one steps up too much and doesn't let me through. Alright, so let's get rid of this guy. By the way, if you didn't know too, this is pretty cool. You can delete this. I'll zoom out. Second. Zoom out. Delete this guy, and then you can kick it, and it'll break, which is pretty cool. But it's just a little glitch that's in the game. Alright, so we're gonna bring this guy up just a little bit here. So let's have a look at this. So to bring something up, we need to do a wall. Can you do it on this side, please? Let's go out one more then. Doesn't want to play the game with you? Come on. Oh, is that a fence foundation? Yeah, that is. So, my bad. On a wall. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to do that back over here. So we've got the wall foundation. We're going to go up. Obviously, that's way too high. So I'm going to delete these guys. And then we're going to come back down with the fence foundation. And that's going to be level with that. So that is that one. And let's just check here that we're still good. So we are still good there. Now we're gonna knock this guy off. So we're just doing all this just to make it easier to get in and out, so we have to duck. And also, if you find it really hard to get through something like this, it's probably because your character is too big as well. There's definitely a benefit in just having a small character. And hopefully you guys can see that here. But let's run that. Let's try and run a couple of these. And we'll go with that too. See if that works. Now we're getting caught on that one again. Let's make that a double. No, what I mean of double is see how this one, this one's got two the same height, this one's two the same height. So 2, 2, 1, let's double this guy up. So we have foundation, wall, foundation goes up, delete this guy, get rid of all that, get rid of this fence foundation too. Then fence foundation over here, down, foundation, same height as that. Bang. That is done. Now see if that's what's happier with that. Oh, this is just continuing. So let's try. Oh, there it goes there. Absolutely fine. So it was just doubling up each one. Need two here, two there, and two there, all the same height. And you can run through absolutely fine. So just keep that in mind when you're doing your one. There we go. I like to come out just a little bit here. And we're going to have to change these guys here too on this side, because they are a different level here. So we'll get rid of that one, move it up. There we go there. Let's lay out outside building here. Now remember, you don't really need to go too far out here because they'll just blow through the top. So they'll come here and they'll go top down. But this is going to give you more chance to repair too. So if they've blown up all this entrance, you can come running out here with fence foundations and just block it up again. That'll be absolutely fine. Let's make sure that works. But yeah, this one, I admit, this one was pretty confusing with the up and down. But if you guys get that up and down right, you guys can do a lot of different builds, which most people can't. So it's something definitely to learn. And all those real tight spots which just don't seem to be working, use that method and you'll absolutely be fine. Let's go this way. There we go. Now we're running down here as well. Getting a few stragglers, but that's alright. And then we want to come out one more on this side. And there we go, over here. Yeah, whenever I make my characters too, it is always the small characters, because when I'm building, I never know when I'm going to do something weird like this right here. Bit odd there, but it works really well. And on top of these doors, you cannot put fence foundations either. You have to put the walls. So just keep that in mind too. Walls are going to have to go up here. Now let's put the rest of these doors in. In here too, we have to work out where we want to put the staircase. Because we do want a staircase, we don't want to keep running up and down or climbing up and down, so to speak. So a staircase in there is necessary. But that will start at like 2 doors. That's right, that's not too bad. And then you can just stack the sides out here. Yeah, and then this side as well. There we go. Just have a look up here. Looking good there. Now these, because this is connected to the ceiling, it's just connected to the ceiling, we can actually use fence foundations. Well, on that one at least. These other guys are not taking part of it, so they're not going to go in, but that's alright. Don't really need it there. So we're going to come up here and we're going to put these guys here. We'll put our walls in. Now these are walls, but when you're running around trying to protect this place and you want to fill this up fast, I'll just use fence foundations here, because you don't really want to put a door in while you're doing that anyway, so you just smash that out as much as you can. Let's come up here, just like so. And more doors. But as you can see, there's no point going through the doors here. They will go from the top down, which is absolutely fine. That's pretty much where you're directing them to go. That's what you want them to do, because then you can come back here and you're going to have all your stacking here, and you're just going to stack from here over and just block all this door up. So you kind of want them to go top to bottom. So you directing them that way too is going to help you a lot. Alright, so then that's all done. So let's go back to our fence foundations here. We can come along here and we can fill these guys out. There we go, nice and simple. Jump up here, hit that hole and that one. Run along here and just do the same to the other side. But as you can see, really quickly you can build this out and make this a massive stack out the side here. This guy. And we'll just run along here. But yeah, they're pretty simple, these guys, to make each side the front. Come on, get that in there. There we go there. Chop these up. We can climb up. I find it easier to stand above. Each their own. I'm sure you guys will find your little techniques as you're doing this, because it is a lot of building this one. There we go. We'll jump on this side as well and run down up here. Now we might even make that bigger. We'll see how we go. But as you can see, you can't actually get in here. So there's no really problem. That's basically as big as you really need to get it. You don't need to go too overboard with it out here unless you just want to keep stacking and making it really tall. The taller it is, the better it's going to be out here. Because they're going to go from the top down, so they're going to have to just break 2 fence foundations. Then they'll get into the doors. They'll pretty much have to break that as well and continue going, because it's really hard to place bombs on these things. You can do it, you can get a bomb in between there, but it's very slow at the same time too. So they're going to want to make a big hole here so they can place as many bombs as they can while you're trying to repair it. But there you go, that is one of those entrances. Very nicely done, even if I say so myself. So let's try and get these top bits. I don't think we can. Let's put a wall there. Delete that. Now it's going to delete that too. That's alright, it's not going to go in. So you can just put a foundation up there and that is fine. But yeah, up to you guys what you do with that bit. Right here we can afford to have another door. There we go. We have plenty of doors just here as well, so they're not going to want to go for the doors. They'll definitely go up to the entrance just here and blow their way down, but still from here down to here is still plenty of doors for them to get through. And remember, all this is just a warning for you guys to know that your place is getting blown into. So say that you're out farming, then you get back and they're probably halfway blown through by then, and you're like, oh shit, let's start popping the bubble and getting ready to block these guys in. But that is pretty much what you need. We're not going to do the other side today because we're already running at 40 minutes on the clock. So what I want to show you here is probably this guy. Yeah, we'll finish blocking this one off. So with this, you'll notice we'll put these walls up here. So we're going walls down. Now we can get a wall just there, but you'll notice that around here you cannot get a wall. You never know, with your build it might work, but with this build it is not working. So I'm going to show you another trick around that. What we're going to do is foundations. Foundations right across, and then fence foundations. Actually, I turn that around so it looks a little bit better. There we go. That guy in there, that one in there. There we go. Switch it around just like so. Alright, so now that's done, we're going to pick the middle, which is right here. And we're going to put a staircase to get up there. So it's this guy here. Alright, so there's our staircase. And of course we're overburdened now, so let's get rid of some of this stuff we don't need. Alright, so now we've done that, we can come across here and delete these guys. And you'll see that the fence foundation stays. Let's just wait till this rubble goes. There's a fence foundation stays. So the wall wouldn't go in there, but a foundation and then a fence foundation would. So that marks that off quite nicely. And now you can have a room up here. And we might even put like a trap floor on this guy. So if we run this guy along here, foundations at the back here. Jump up this guy. Small ceiling pieces along here. There we go. And you can see you can come down here and we've got like a little spot for like some chests or whatever else we want to sneakily put down here. And actually get right to the back here. So that's pretty cool, nice little spot there. Let's jump up. And you could always enclose that so nobody knows that there's a spot under there, which is pretty cool, but that's going to be laid out like that. And I also want to fix this elevator up a little bit, so I'll do that before I leave you guys. So what we got here, we got the elevator, we can come up and hit the button. But what if the elevator's already up? We haven't got the button here at all, so it's on the wrong side, it's over here. So the button is there, so we're going to fix that up. So what I want to do with that, let's get ceiling piece here. And we've got a ceiling piece just over here. Get rid of these stairs. Ceiling piece. And we're going to go stairs here. Where are ya? Why did I lose the stairs? Come on, out there. We're going to go stairs there so we can come up here. We're going to go wall on the sides here. Door. Just here. Ceiling piece up the top there. And we could probably even get rid of this if we wanted to make it into a wall. There we go there, and we'll just put a door here. So there you go, there's a door entrance up to there. And you have your little access point right there. It is pretty hidden in this DLC, but you can see it right there, and we actually have a 2-door entrance just to get to the elevator, which is pretty good as well. So if we jump up here, we are going to anti-climb this guy. So they can't get up there. And we're going to go there as well. Now they can get up there if they got double jump, but if they're going to raid this place with double jump, they won't be able to fight so well. So that's good in its own way. So if they come up there, and you can reach your map rooms down here as well. So that's absolutely fine. And that solves that problem we were having before. We can come over here and grab that button just there. So we are good. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to do for this episode. If you guys are building any builds, jump on my Discord, send me some photos. I'd love to see them. Other than that, you can leave a comment down below and hit the subscribe button for more of these videos. We're nearly finished this one. We've got to do the heat stroke, the other entrance, and we're going to fix up the bottom down here with some of those large benches. Other than that, I'm Z Freezo, and I'll catch you guys on the flip flop. See ya.